Welcome to Insight from the Torah portion. Today is Hanukkah, and we're going to have a very interesting class about special miracles in Hanukkah. Miracles that I didn't know about them. Not the regular oil in Beit HaMikdash. It's from Otzar Midrashim, and it's a midrash about Hanukkah that I never heard about it before, and really excited to share it with you because really big special miracles, and from those miracles and the situation the Jews were in the time, we will see that it can bring people to be in depression because it was such a hard time. But we will see from the midrash how the people dealt with the situation, and we will learn 3 techniques of CBT, how to deal with depression. It doesn't need to be like deep depression, even like regular stuff that bother people, like they don't want to do some tasks they need to do, assignments, how to get motivated to do them. So I hope you find this class useful. Please subscribe to the channel, and you can also join my WhatsApp group. All the information is underneath the video. So in Midrash Hanukkah, it says the situation, the hard situation the Jews were in Israel in the period of the Yevanim, and it starts that the first Gezerah that the Yevanim did is they didn't let people have doors in the house. They said anybody that has a door, we will kill him. So every Jew needed to take out the door to his house. So basically, whoever wanted to come can just walk into the house, and they didn't have any privacy. Even to eat food, like somebody can come and just steal their food. So it was really uneasy situation, but the Jews didn't break from it, and they continue. And this Gezerah went for like 3 years. And then the Yevanim saw that the Gezerah didn't work, so they gave another one, and they said, whoever has a cow, he needs to write on his head that it doesn't have part in Elokei Israel, like part of God, basically to make it like Avodah Zarah. And obviously the Jewish people couldn't say it or write it, so they needed to sell their cows. So they didn't have milk to drink, and they didn't have meat to eat. And also they couldn't do their like in the yard, that in Hebrew you call it לחרוש את השדות, like basically they couldn't grow food in their like fruits and vegetables, mostly vegetables, I guess, in their garden, because they didn't have the cow that would help them do the parts it needs. So it also was hard for them to grow stuff. But again, the Jews didn't break, and Hashem made a miracle because they didn't have door to the house. So just kosher birds and kosher animals just came into the house, just walked in through the open door, and they just shocked them, and they had what to eat. Then the Yevanim saw they still didn't care about that Gezerah. The Jews kept going, so they did another Gezerah, and they said whoever is a woman goes to dunk for mikveh, so the husband will be killed, and everybody that sees her, he can take her to himself, and her kids will be his avadim, like his slaves. And the Jewish people saw it. The woman couldn't go to the mikveh, so they stopped doing taharat hamishpacha and stop being together. And it was terrible situation, and they just like cried to God, and they like, please help us. Like it says that the woman, they didn't want to be with their husbands, to live with them if they can be together, and the Yevanim, they saw that the Jewish husband not going to the wife, so they said, okay, we will go to the wife, and it was a really difficult situation. So they davened Ha'at Hashem, and then there was a big miracle. I never heard about it before, and each family, spring open inside the house, and the woman will dunk inside the house, and then they can be again with their husbands, and it's a really big special miracle. And after that, maybe this part of the story more people know, they had another gzera that every woman, before she gets married, she needs to go to the agmon, like to the somebody like a not Jewish guy that was in that area. He was ruling the area, so she needs to go to him first before she can get married. And obviously, the Jewish girls didn't want to do it, so they just didn't get married, and the Yevanim were just bothering them and annoying them, and it was a really terrible situation. Till the daughter of Matityahu decided she wanted to get married to Elazar. That is what it was. One of Hashmonaim's son, and they were both like really special, big people, and everybody came to the wedding. It was a big event. All the important people were there. And after the chuppah and stuff, she stands and she just rip up her wedding dress in front of everybody. She just stands there naked, and her brothers see it, and they just so embarrassed. They put their eyes in the ground, and they want to kill her. They're like, how can you do something like this? You embarrass us in front of everybody. How you do it? And then she stands out and she calls. She says, "Oh, I stood naked in front of everybody, but I didn't do any sin. You want to kill me, but that guy now is going to behave rudely with me. You don't care about that? I need to go to this guy now." And then she tells them, look, Dina, that we just read about her last week in the Parsha, she had only 2 brothers, Shimon and Levi, and they killed the entire town of Shechem because what Shechem did to their sister Dina. And it was only 2 of them, and you are 5. You are Yehuda, Yochanan, Yonatan, Shimon, and Elazar. You 5 brothers of mine, and you have all the pirchei kumona, all the small kohanim, like the kohanim, the kids that are going to be kohanim, but I don't know how young they were. And she said, all of them will help you too, and Hashem will help you like Hashem helped Shimon and Levi. It will also help you. What are you afraid? Don't let this situation continue, please. And then she talked to God, said, Hashem, please help us. And then they listened to her, and she started to cry and said, Hashem, please, we need your help. And her brothers sat together and they said, okay, let's see what we can do. And they said, okay, let's do this. We'll go to the king and we'll tell her, look, our sister is not a regular woman. She's very important. she's the daughter of Matityahu, and her husband is Elazar Hashmonai, and we didn't want to give her to the local guy. We want to give her to you because we are important guys. So, and you're the most important guy. And we thought it's the best, more appropriate that she will come to you. And then they will like go with her to him. And then when they come to his room, they will just kill the king first, and then kill all his servants. And they had success. Hashem helped them, and they had big success. So this is the very special story of Hanukkah, and we're going to learn from it 3 tools now, how to deal with depression. So we will talk about 2 situations from the story, and we will learn from them 3 tools how to deal with depressions. The ideas come from the book of David Baranes, Choose to Feel Good. I'm sure it's in English. It's a great book, by the way, many tools. So the first situation is that the woman, they decided not to get married because they didn't want to go to that guy before they get married. And we can learn from it one of the way of thinking that when somebody is depressed, so he see as an assignment that he doesn't feel good with doing it, or he feel like he must do it and he doesn't want to. And in order to deal with those feelings, there's 2 ways. So one way is to change the way you think about the assignment. Like instead of thinking in words of must and need, you can change it and think in ways that I choose to do it and I want to do it. And I will give an example, like from the story. Instead of saying I must go to that guy before I get married, you can say I choose to go, I choose not to go. That's what the daughter of Matityahu did. She said, I'm choosing not to go to that guy. But it came, she has a will, she has a choice. And she doesn't think like, I must go. She says, no, I choose not to go, and what I can do in order for that. So if I give like regular examples, if somebody need to do assignments for school or for work, so instead of saying, I must do this assignment, I can say, I choose to do this assignment. I want to do this assignment so I can continue in my job or can finish my degree or whatever. But when you change the words you're thinking, it's influences the way you feel about it. Like whenever I buy stuff, so instead of saying that I wasted my money on clothes, I am saying I'm investing the money in clothes. So sometimes you do bad investments, right? Like you can invest in the wrong stuff, but you feel about it differently than saying I'm wasting my money, right? I invest in my money in clothes, in food, in whatever I do. So sometimes, right, I will buy clothes that I won't wear. Fine, so it was a bad investment, but not wasting my money. So that's the first tool is to change the way you think from must to choose. The second tool is to do a list of benefits and cost of the assignment, like doing assignment for work. So there's benefits. My boss will be happy. I can stay in my job. I will feel like I did progress. And there's also cost, like it will take me time, maybe it's uncomfortable, maybe it's not easy. I need to do that instead of doing all the stuff I like. Okay, so every situation has benefits and cost. So if we take the example from the story, there's a cost by going to that ugly guy and being with him. So obviously will make a trauma, and obviously no question why those women didn't want to get married. But I'm just saying, like, there are also benefits. So in this case, the the cost is more than the benefits of the trauma. But in different situations, like maybe people that are not getting married because they're afraid of the responsibility, they're afraid that they don't want to, I don't know, like maybe now they're living with their parents and their parents taking care of them, and they don't want now that they will need to do everything by themselves. I don't know, there can be different things that stop us from go. First, we need to figure out like why we don't want to do it, and then we can do the list of benefits and costs of the situation. So the cost will be okay, responsibility, maybe it's less comfortable, other stuff, and then the benefits can be I will be with somebody I love, I can have kids, I can create my own family, I will be independent. Okay, there's different stuff. So each person should do a list in a chart, and then when he sees this stuff in front of his face, he can say, okay, the benefits are more than the cost, or the costs are more from the benefits, and will give him motivation to choose what to do. So this is the first two tools. The third tool I will take from another situation is that that girl, they don't tell her name by the way in the Midrash, that she said to her brother, come on, fight the king and don't let the situation to continue. She basically went out from the depression thought that I won't be able to do it, because basically why the Jewish people didn't do anything till then, because they said, okay, we're little people, we're not so strong, we don't have the tools, but the Yevanim, they're big, they're strong. So they said, why should we go and fight with them? We just will lose anyway, and what's the point, right? But so that's the way of depressing people think. They're like, okay, why should we do this task anyway? I won't be able to finish it anyway. I won't get a good score on it. So instead of thinking like that, we need to think about different situations that we were able to do this similar task. Like, for example, if it's a task to do in job, so I can think like, oh, was there ever a task in job that I was able to do, or did I ever was able to do stuff in school? And I can learn from the example, look, I did it before, and that's exactly in the story what that lady does. She tells them, look, there was the story of Dina, the same story, and it was only two brothers, and Hashem helped them. So look, stuff like that happened before. It wasn't even them that succeeded to do it, just stuff that happened in history. That's also a way you can say, okay, maybe I have some issues, but look, people with issues, they did those tasks, and look, you are even more. And she gave them encouragement from other people's success, and it changed their mindset from saying, oh, we can't do anything, what's the point, to actually trying and going and fighting, and Hashem helped them. So if I summarize the three ways to deal with depression, first is to change the way we think from must and need to I want to, I choose. The second way is to write a list of benefits and costs, and then in front of your face, you can say, okay, there's more benefits, so I should do it. Or maybe there's more cost, and maybe I shouldn't do it, but it helps us to make the right decision. And the third tool is about thinking about a situation that I was able to do a similar task, or somebody with similar problems was able to do similar tests, and see it's possible to do it, and at least give it a try. About the memory that it's able to do it, it makes it easier to start, gives motivation to start. And a lot of time you will see, like, when you start something, it's easier than you thought. So I hope you found this class interesting and you learned some stuff from it, and please share it with your friends, and see you next week, Bezat Hashem. By the way, whoever subscribed to the channel, there's special cards I made. I call them joy cards. They're Hebrew, but they're very special. And after you subscribe to the channel, you just send me a message in the link below, and I will send you those cards online. Okay, bye.